Good morning, greetings friends, and welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado. I use nutritional supplements where other health care practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and sometimes deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your health and vitality and well-being and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body, you are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health challenge. That is why we are here every day on The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 33 years of practicing pharmacy, I've seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes, hypertension, obesity, skin diseases like acne, psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds, recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle, but what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure. Because the human biological system is a healing system, it's a regenerating system, it is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis, and while some folks may call that a miracle, it really is just the way the body works. If you have questions about health, nutrition, prescription drugs, if you want to wean yourself off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, we are here for you. We want to be your go-to source for all things health and nutrition, and our number is 844-236-6010. 844-236-6010. If you have questions about the Youngevity products, our Truth Skin Health products, ingredients, formulations, something you may have heard about or read about, 844-236-6010 is our number on The Bright Side. If you want to purchase Youngevity products, or even better, if you want to sign up to join the Bright Side Ben team, call 866-735-2470, 866-735-2470, or click on the Join the Team link at brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. You'll find Youngevity products on the websites. And we also have videos and blog posts and news stories on our websites as well. Lots of good free health information. brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. We are dedicated to your health. We're dedicated to helping you get better, or we're dedicated to helping you stay healthy if you are healthy. Using nutritional supplements, as well as using strategies, as well as using protocols and concepts and ideas. We talk a lot about big ideas on this program, on the website. We talk about big ideas, and then we tell you how to leverage those big ideas or take advantage of those big ideas. For example, the body is a healing system. We see it heal all the time. We talk about the big idea that the body can heal itself, and then we tell you how you can take advantage of that, how you can leverage it, how you can maximize it, how you can optimize it. The medical model doesn't really believe that the body can heal itself. No knock on doctors. No knock on individual doctors, because individual doctors are, for the most part, good people. It's the model. The model itself presupposes that the body is inherently flawed and it's going to just fall apart. And to a certain extent, they're correct. Entropy will eventually take its toll, and we're all going to die. And before we die, we're all going to deteriorate to one degree or another. The key is to the degree that you want to deteriorate. You want to deteriorate slowly and gracefully. And that's where nutritional supplementation can come in, and that's where a good lifestyle can come in, because the body has healing built into it. It can naturally, if it's healthy, age gracefully, age slowly, and that's what we're looking to do. We're looking to age gracefully and age slowly. You're going to age, you're going to break down, but you want to do it slowly. The medical model doesn't believe that the body has this inherent healing capability, and it just presupposes that our rapid demise in the disease state is inevitable. I don't believe it is. The disease state is not inevitable. Aging may be, but the disease state is not inevitable. You have to know what you're doing, though. You can't just willy-nilly live your life, especially in 21st century America. You can't just go out and eat whatever you want to eat and think thoughts the way you're thinking thoughts. You got to marshal or harness or take control over the processes. That's really what it amounts to. Take control where you can control. You can't control everything, but you can control a lot. You can't control everything because we just mucked up our environment to a certain extent. We've just mucked it up. It's a mess. The water is polluted, the air is polluted, electromagnetic pollution, fear everywhere. There's all kinds of things that are built into our culture that are going to limit the how well the body can deal with the aging process. Nonetheless, there's lots we can do. And that's what we're all about at Youngevity. That's what I'm all about personally. That's what my Truth Skin Health products are about, by the way. Truth Skin Health, truthtreatments.com, how to take advantage of the skin's natural ability to heal. There's so much misunderstanding about the skin. We've been talking about the skin now for a few weeks. And I'm going to be talking about it a lot. Because it's, number one, it's like a poster child for how the body works, because it's an organ of the body, but it's on the outside. So that means we can see it, number one, and because it's on the outside, it moves really fast, because the outside obviously is going to be a source of toxicity, a source of stress. The skin has to deal with the outside in a way that the internal body doesn't. The internal body still has to deal with the outside because we eat stuff, but the skin has to deal with what's called the exposome. The exposome, E-X-P-O-S-O-M-E, or exosome it may be. I'm going to look that up. It's either exosome or exposome, but whatever it is, it's the outside assaults that bombard the body on a regular basis. The outside assaults that bombard the body from the sun, the outside assaults that bombard the body from pollutants, the outside environment that the outside pollutants that assault the body from air pollution and particles and preservatives in skincare products. And there's all kinds of outward assaults that the skin has to deal with from the outside that the inside doesn't have to. So nature has designed the system so it'll move really fast. It'll repair itself really fast. The skin repairs itself really fast. And this built-in repair system is what we want to take advantage of when it comes to anti-aging. We want to help the body repair itself. And you do that by upregulation, by turning things on. I love that word. That's my favorite word in biochemistry, upregulation. It's a little bit complicated, not a lot. Upregulate means to turn things on. Downregulate means to turn things off. You don't want to be downregulating. You want to be upregulating. Aging is the end result of systemic downregulation. Not good. Upregulation, you want to turn things on, make things happen in a controlled way, not in a willy-nilly way, but in a controlled fashion. And the cool thing about the skin, lots of cool things about the skin, but one of the coolest things about the skin is because it's on the outside of the body, you can actually, if you know what you're doing now, you got to know what you're doing, but if you understand how the whole thing works, you can feed it from the outside in. You can't do that with your other organs. You can't feed the other organs from the outside in. You can't go into your heart or your stomach or your spleen. That depends only on the blood. With the skin, you got the blood, yes. Skin's an organ in the body, and most of its nutrition and oxygenation and detoxification is going to come in through the blood. But, for better or worse, by the way, that's where skin diseases come from, is contaminated blood, dirty blood. We'll get to that in a sec. But with the skin, you can feed it from the outside in if you know what you're doing. I discovered this in the wound healing pharmacy when I absolutely had to feed the skin from the outside in because I had traumatized patients. So I came up with a system for doing that. But this is what skincare should be, people. Skincare should be leveraging the pathways, the openings from the outside to the blood, to the cells. See, when you're talking about getting things in through the skin, you don't need to be all the way into the blood. You just need to be in the cells, which are not that, well, they're deep, but they're accessible. They are relatively deep, but they're still accessible. The skin's about 10 pieces of notebook paper thick. The cells are about 1/10 of a piece of notebook paper. So the skin's got a certain thickness to it, and the cells, the viable cells, the living cells in the skin itself, they're located, the so-called basal cells and squamous cells. You probably heard that when it comes to cancer. That's why the reason you get cancer, basal cell cancer and squamous cell cancer, is because those are the living cells. Those are the only two kinds of cancer you get on the skin. You don't get skin cancer in the upper part. You get in the lower part, which is 1/2 of a piece of notebook paper thick, and it's where you need to be with your skincare products if you're going to really take advantage of the skin's ability to heal and regenerate and look beautiful. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. We'll be back after this. All right, we're back on the bright side. I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844 844-236-6010 is our number, and we have lines open for you if you have questions about the Youngevity products, health challenges you or a loved one may be dealing with. 844-236-6010 is our number. And if you want to purchase Youngevity products, go to brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. You can also purchase products by calling 866-735-2470 and ask about joining the Brightside Ben team for a one-time $30 fee. You can be in business for yourself. Call 866-735-2470 for more information, or click on the Join the Team link at brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. And also, we've got some specials coming up at truthtreatments.com, truthtreatments.com, holiday specials and some kits we've got going. We're going to be selling with got a kit coming out that's got a cool little travel case associated with it, and that's going to be up. I think if it's not up already, it'll be up pretty soon at truthtreatments.com. Never any preservatives, fragrances, fillers, waxes, emulsifiers, surfactants, oil, water, silicone, nothing your skin doesn't need or doesn't want in any of our Truth Skin Health products. They take advantage of the skin. I like to take advantage of the skin with my formulations of the skin as a route into the body. We don't need to get into the body. We need to get to the lower levels, though. So the same technologies that we learn in pharmacy school for driving medicines into the bloodstream through the skin, including hormones and anti-nausea patches and anti-pain patches, these all leverage the skin as a route of administration into the body, into the bloodstream. I take that technology, I've taken that technology, and applied it to getting into the lower levels of the skin. We don't need to get into the blood. We just need to get to the lower levels of the skin, where the viable cells are, the living cells. Skin is made up like baklava. It's made up like layers. That's the most important thing. If I had to tell you the most important thing to understand about how you take care of your skin is how it's structured. And that is, it's like layer cake or baklava. It's layered. You've got the very top layer, which is like a thin layer of fingernail, which interestingly holds everything in place, including us, holds the whole body in place. This fingernail-like layer that's about, it's a tenth of a piece of notebook paper thick, or even thinner probably than that. It's a very slender layer of hard material called stratum corneum. We're covered with it, head to toe, from the top of our head, our scalp, to the bottom of our feet. And everywhere in between is covered with this hard fingernail-like. It's like shellac. It's like God painted us with a coating of shellac. But it's breathable shellac. It has to breathe. And it's constantly turning itself over. This shellac, it's called the stratum corneum. Stratum just means layer. Corneum means shellac, or hard it actually means. The hard layer. You can think of it like the shellac layer, the breathable shellac layer. This thing is a very interesting layer. It's very thin, but it's got a lot of impact. Like I say, for one thing, it holds everything in place. Number two, it creates an issue when it comes to treating the skin under the cells underneath, because you got to get through there. That thing, its main purpose, that surface, that shellac, in addition to just protecting against mechanical damage, its main purpose really is to keep water in and keep water out. It's a water barrier. It's a raincoat. It's why we don't dissolve into a puddle every time we take a shower or it rains, because the raindrops or the shower water is essentially bouncing off of this hard layer of shellac, and that's a good thing. However, it means if you want to get into the viable cells with your skincare products, you got to figure out a way to bypass that shellac. And that's an art form. Not everybody knows how to do that. Very few skincare products do that. This is what the truth is about. This is what my True Skin Health products are about. We take advantage of strategies that get past that shellac. Transdermal percutaneous pharmacy strategies. Transdermal penetration and percutaneous absorption. Those are the fancy ways of saying it's getting through the shellac. These are things we study in pharmacy school, and these are things that you'll find in our True Skin Health products. If you want to get if you want your skincare products to work, you want to be past that shellac. Guess what? The vast majority of skincare products not only don't get past the shellac, but they actually make you think that they're working because they soften the shellac. How bizarre is that? You soften the shellac and you did something. We think we did something for our skin because now we can feel our skin soft. Oh, that feels nice. That's the craziest way to me. To me, as a student of the skin and somebody who really wants to make the skin beautiful and strong and healthy, it seems so crazy to me that we rub a skincare product on the shellac, which softens the shellac, and we rub our fingers along that, and we think we did something. That's not moisturizing. There's no moisturizing happening there. You've just softened the shellac. And you can use coconut oil to soften the shellac. I hear people tell me all the time, oh, I just use coconut oil on my skin. Well, great. If you want to soften the shellac, is that what we want from our skincare, to have soft shellac, soft, dead skin? Congratulations. You spend $200 to get soft, or $100 to have soft, dead skin. To me, that's a whole different kind of skincare. That's not even skin. That's not doing nothing for your skin. And that's how most of us treat our skin. We soften the shellac. So you got to figure out how to get past that surface. That surface is a water barrier. And to get past it, you have to be fatty, at least to a certain extent. In fact, the best ingredients are not going to be all fatty. They're going to be some watery, some fatty. A little bit of both. Have a slight amount of water solubility. My Truth Transdermal C serum, we use something called an ester. So even though it's fatty mostly, that ester gives it a little bit of water solubility, or not even solubility, but just a little bit of, as we say in chemistry, hydrophilicity. Just a slight amount, just enough to get it through. And that's the key, getting it through. The cells that you're looking for to treat, you can't treat the tissue. You can't treat the tissue. You can only manipulate the tissue mechanically, but you can treat the cell. And you treat the cell kindly and gently by feeding it, especially vitamin C. Vitamin C is so ridiculously valuable, it's hard to even know where to begin with vitamin C's importance for biochemistry and for the body. Vitamin C is a fundamental electrical bridge. I don't know how else to say it. It's called redox. You may have heard of the term redox, reduction, oxidation, redox. I don't want to get into too much chemistry, but basically speaking, chemistry works along what they call pathways. Electrical energy is just shunted, is directed through pathways, kind of like a computer chip. If you look at a computer chip, has all those etchings on it. Each one of those etchings is a pathway. The body has the same thing. That computer chip is called hardware. Guess what it's called in the body? It's called wetware in the body. Literally, that's the term for it, wetware. I talked about this a couple days ago with George Noria on Coast to Coast. Wetware is the biological version of hardware. Hardware, like little chips, conduct energy through etchings. Wetware, like cells, conduct energy through chemical reactions. And the movement of electricity depends on certain things that can help facilitate that movement. They can act like bridges that allow electricity to jump gaps. Without these little molecules, there'll be gaps, and the electricity won't flow. Vitamin C is a primary gap filler. That's how it works. It fills in gaps for numerous biochemical reactions. And that means it makes chemistry work better. One of the places it fills gaps in, one of the most significant places it fills gaps in, is in the production of collagen, connective tissue. In fact, aging and scurvy, deterioration of connective tissue, and deterioration of collagen associated with aging is very similar to the stuff that happens when you have scurvy. Vitamin C deficiency disease. Could aging be kind of scurvy? Maybe. All right, I'm pharmacist Ben 844.
Hunter.
All right, we are back on the bright side. Lines open, 844-236-6010. I am Pharmacist Ben, and we're on the air Monday through Friday, 8 to 9 Pacific, 10 to 11 Central Time, and 24/7 on our archive page at brightsideben.com. And you can also check out, in addition to brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com and criticalhealthnews.com for Youngevity products, as well as good health information. We're dedicated to your health. Speaking of being dedicated to your health, I have a free talk that I'm doing, how to get and stay healthy with supplements, at my lab in Denver, Colorado. If you're in the Denver area, it'll be next Saturday, November 23rd, 2019, if you're listening to this at some time in the future. November 23rd, 2019. I feel like I'm talking to people in the future now. It's kind of interesting. Got a lot of folks who, when we didn't put the dates, the year on these little blips, these little periodic talks that I do, had people come several years to my place. Kind of interesting. Anyway, November 23rd, 2019, how to get and stay healthy with supplements. That'll be 11 a.m. And we're also going to be giving away lots of cool Youngevity products, too. Saturday, November 23rd, 11 a.m. at my lab at 2240 Curtis Street, Denver, zip code 80205. And I'll be talking about that more in the coming days. All right, 844-236-6010 is our number, and we do have lines open for you from the Archives of Internal Medicine. This is so interesting to me. Acute cholesterol responses to mental stress and change in posture. Acute mental stress can produce rapid elevations in serum cholesterol concentration and more. This is just as important. It can also increase hematocrit. That's the thickness of the blood. The hematocrit is a measurement of the volume of the blood, how watery it is. When you have a increased hematocrit, your blood is thick, and this is one of the ways that we become sick. Is our blood doesn't move as well because it has a certain thickness to it, and acute mental stress can up your hematocrit, make your blood thicker. And increases in serum cholesterol level after acute mental stress are similar to the increased cholesterol level that happens when you're standing rather than sitting. When you stand up, that represents a type of stress on the body. Standing up actually can make your cholesterol go up. Moving around makes your cholesterol go up. Cholesterol is a movement molecule. Cholesterol is a stress management molecule. That's the most important thing about cholesterol. It's a stress management molecule. Cholesterol helps the body deal with the stresses of life. When you have mental stress, yes, of course, your cholesterol is going to go up. And just as interesting, your blood is going to become thicker when you have mental stress. I call it dirty blood just because I think it has, that sounds dramatic, dirty blood. But basically you're talking about thick blood that doesn't move as well as it should. When blood doesn't circulate as well as it should, it should be obvious logically how you can become sick because the cells, the 100 trillion cells of the body, depend on delivery of vitamins and nutrients, glucose, and delivery of oxygen through the blood. You don't get as much blood, your cells get sick. Starvation, suffocation, toxification leads to inflammation. Then you get more suffocation, toxification, and starvation leads to more inflammation. And this is how we get sick. And it all starts with dirty blood. And the dirty blood, it becomes dirty through food and becomes thick through through bad living. Basically, it becomes thick through bad living, bad thoughts, bad feelings, bad spirituality, and bad physical strategies. Crappy food, not enough good stuff, and too much of the bad stuff. I'll do one more and we'll get your phone calls here. I think this is also interesting. From the University of California at San Francisco, we know we're full because a stretched intestine tells us so. We commonly think a full stomach is what tells us to stop eating, but it may be that a stretched intestine plays a bigger role. That's according to laboratory research led by University of San Francisco neuroscientist Zachary Knight, PhD. Why is this important? Because if the intestinal stretching is what tells us we're full, we got a problem. Because by the time food gets into the intestine, it's hours later. This is why you can eat. This is how that feeling where you just an hour or a few hours after you eat, you feel sick. Or you feel stuffed. This is what allows us to keep eating even past the point where we shouldn't be eating. Oh, that feeling, oh my God, I ate too much. If you knew that you were eating too much while you were eating too much, you probably wouldn't eat too much. But we don't know it until it's too late because it's the intestine that sends the signal that we're satisfied. So you've got to kind of predict. You got to use your mind power sometimes when it comes to eating. Yeah, it may look like you still have room to go because your intestine isn't fully stretched, but you're going to pay the price if you keep going. It's the intestine as much, if not more, than the stomach that tells the brain, hey, you've eaten too much. All right, 844-236-6010 is our number. You're listening to The Bright Side. Let's go to Japan and say good morning to Ria. Where you been, Ria? Long time no talk to.
Hi, Pharmacist Ben. How are you?
Hey, how you feeling? How's your health? How's your skin? How's everything going?
I'm much better, but I'm still getting a bit of
breakouts
symptoms, I think, with all the, yeah. supplements I'm taking, but I'm much better. My face is a lot clearer, and my digestion is a lot better.
How long has it been?
I'm still working on it.
Okay, good. But how long has it been?
It's been 2 months I've been on the FODMAPs, and I'm low FODMAPs, and I'm slowly introducing the foods that I was not able to eat, and I'm feeling much better introducing them back in. So I think
that's a good point. Let me just say something real quick, and then I'll let you ask your question here. That's a good point. It's that a lot of times we're scared we can never have pizza again, or we can never have our favorite food again, and that's not how that works. Once you're clean, you could have things once in a while without suffering from them. And that's really neat. It's like you don't have to permanently ban yourself from whatever your problem food is. But you have to clean yourself out. So for a while, you have to ban yourself. You know what I'm saying? And then once you're completely clean, you can have things once in a while. Go ahead.
I'm still experimenting with supplements.
It's all experimentation.
So
it's all experimentation.
I started colostrum today.
Did you?
Today. Yeah, and I'm going to see how that works for me.
Colostrum is the first milk. Somebody asked me about that on Coast to Coast. I don't know if you heard it. Asked me about colostrum. It's the first milk. Really, really good stuff. However, you are dealing with a cow, so so it's still cow's milk, but it's the best of the milk. And you know what? Somebody kind of ripped me a little bit because I was talking crap about dairy. Raw milk has some advantages to it. There's some good stuff in raw milk, but it's not a perfect food, number one, like an egg is a perfect food. And number two, it's very difficult to find raw milk. So most people, when they're drinking milk, they're not drinking raw milk. They're drinking milk that is not advantageous to health. Milk is a big, big problem. Dairy is a big, big problem. Colostrum doesn't have a lot of the bad stuff, and it's got a lot of the good stuff. So if you're going to do dairy...
I'm hoping it will work for my gut.
It may not. You can have allergies and reactions to colostrum for sure. But man, that's got good stuff in it.
Yeah, I'm just going to try it out.
Hang on. We're going to take a break, okay? Okay, hang on.
Okay.
All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. Got lines open. We'll be back on the bright side right after this. Bright side, talking to Ria in Japan. Hey, Ria, what's going on today? I got a whole bunch of people want to talk to us. What's going on? How can
I have a pretty serious question about my mom.
Okay.
I took her to the doctors, and she was told that she has symptoms of candida, looking at the blood reports and everything.
Everybody has symptoms of candida. That's just a silly thing doctors say. If you're sick, you have a problem with candida, period. Yeah, it's just how it works. Candida is like flies around garbage. Sickness is garbage. If you got garbage, you're going to have flies. Candida is a byproduct of a metabolic imbalance or candida infection. Everybody's got candida. It's candida overgrowth that's the problem. These things are all living in a balance. You don't address the candida by addressing the candida. You address the candida by addressing the environment. You understand what I'm saying? You strengthen the immune system, especially the digestive tract. Yeah? Go ahead.
My question is, she's severely anemic, and the doctor has told us that maybe...
Yes. She's anemic because...
levels are below...
She's messed up, period. Ria, you don't have to worry about the specifics. Only specialists worry about specifics. You don't have to worry about these specifics. Just take care of the body. This is the whole point of the Bright Side and everything I do. You just take care of the body. You make the body strong. How many health problems does your mother have? Is it just that? Is it just that she's anemic? No. She's got all kinds of metabolic issues. I can tell just by looking at her on Skype. You know what I'm saying? She's got all kinds. I'm not putting her down, by the way. It's hard to be alive and not have metabolic issues. But to think that the problem is the yeast, don't fall for it. That's doctors' medical model nonsense. You got to work on the most important thing when you have yeast is dysbiosis. Dys means messed up. Biosis means gut bacteria or bacteria, specifically gut dysbiosis, the wrong kind of bacteria in the intestine. When we say gut, we mean the small intestine, and maybe even the large. So
what can we do about it?
Lots you can do. You got to change the way she lives. But here's the problem. There's lots you can do theoretically, but from a practical standpoint, people don't want to do it. So I'll tell you what to do. You have her change the way she eats. Food diary. I mean, you're gonna want to throw up from me telling you all this stuff because I've said it a billion times. I know I must sound crazy. People got to be getting sick of hearing this. You work on the food.
No.
Yeah, no, you have to be. I say it every time. I feel silly saying it. I mean, think about it. Think about it from my perspective. How many times I say it a day? It's crazy. You do a food diary. You fast for a couple of days. You do a food diary. You write everything you eat. Eat simply. Start off with your favorite foods, and notice how you feel. Chances are your favorite foods are causing a problem. You start to eliminate them. So that's called a fast food diary elimination diet. It's first step. Always fast food diary elimination diet. Fast 2 or 3 days. Food diary. Write down everything you eat, and then elimination diet. Start eliminating. And you don't have to do it all at once either. You don't have to do it all at once. You could fast for a couple of days and then experiment with, say she absolutely loves pasta, hypothetically. Okay? Say she absolutely loves. What is her go-to food? What's your favorite food?
A lot of bread.
Okay, say bread. Say bread. We'll stop with bread. All right? So you have her fast, you have her eat bread for a couple days, then you have her eat a bunch of bread. She can enjoy bread to her heart's content for a couple hours. Just munch on bread. Go to the bakery, have her favorite breads. Don't put anything on it, just the bread. See what happens, okay? And then you write it in a book. Probably, almost guaranteed, she's going to start to bloat. She's going to start to notice something. If she fasted for 2 days, she's going to notice it much more clearly. And you keep doing that. She may be happy with just laying off her bread, and she may know she feels better, but she lays off her bread. So then she can carry out her business, just don't eat bread. Or know that if she eats bread, she's going to have a problem. Then she wants to know some more stuff, so she does it again. She fasts for a couple days. She takes her second favorite food, pasta. Or whatever, potato, I don't know what it is, whatever her second favorite food is. And she just eats the pasta, just eats the potatoes, just eats the tomato, just eats the peanuts. Not a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, just the peanuts. You know what I'm saying? And you keep working that way. And then simultaneous with all that, you're working on the digestive system, on probiotics, most especially in fermented food and fermented veggies. And there's more after that, but that's a start. If she just did that.
Do about anemia? Because that's
the anemia could be caused by a lot of things. The liver processes iron. So when you have anemia, doctors will just give you iron willy-nilly. Not a good idea because iron is very dangerous stuff. So you got to be careful with iron, food iron. But still, if she's got a liver problem, which she almost 100% does, it figures 60% of people have fatty liver disease, or 80% of adults, or 80% of older folks have fatty liver disease. It's almost impossible for her not to, especially if she's symptomatic. She's going to not have a problem with iron. So you got to work on the digestive system first. Have her eating iron veggies. That's a little gentler form of iron. It's not as well handled by the body as meat iron, but nonetheless, have her do a little hamburger every once in a while, or a piece of meat. It's not a perfect food by any means, but it's a good source of iron. So the anemia, I'm not sure if it's definitely, did they actually see it's anemia? How do they detect anemia? It could be secondary to her messed up metabolism. I don't know. So you can't treat the one without you can't treat the iron issues without treating the digestive system first. All right, I'm going to move on. Riyadh, thank you. I gave you a ton of information there. And, the thing is, we know what to do, but we don't always want to do it. I'm telling you what to do. Guaranteed it's going to work. 100% guaranteed what I talk about is going to work. But, yes, it's difficult to change your life at that level. All right. Let's go to Wendy in Arizona. Let's go to Dorian. Wendy, hang on. We'll get you next here. Dorian, what's up, Dorian?
Doing well, actually. My sister.
Good to hear.
My sister was recently pregnant. They took the baby recently, a month early, because her pressure was rising, but she's swollen from her feet to her thighs.
She delivered the baby already?
Yes.
Yeah, she's got some circulatory issues, which is not unusual. Estrogen could be compounding the thing. She's got to move her body. Move. Slow, deep breathing. Okay, massage. She's probably got some lymphatic issues and some blood congestion issues, I would guess. What were you going to say?
I said her pressure is also high.
Her blood pressure's high?
Yeah,
sure. She's got some circulatory problems, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, she delivered the baby, you said, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she's got some circulatory issues.
Okay.
Definitely, and I would be practicing slow, deep breathing, moving the body. Get her on the Mighty 90. Get her on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine for sure. There's a ton she could do, but right away you got to get her moving. Okay. Moving. She's probably not feeling like moving, but that's really important that she does.
Yeah, she's been resting a lot.
Yes, you want her moving. Get on a rebounder or something. All right, buddy. Good to talk to you, Dorian. Hey, Wendy, it's your turn. What's going on? Wendy in Arizona.
Well, I have a couple questions.
Yes, ma'am.
I read an article from a naturopath about iodine, and
Okay.
basically the woman was saying that 85 to 90% of people are iodine deficient.
I don't know about that number. I don't know where she came up with that number, but there's probably a lot of iodine deficiency. It's probably significant, I would say. What was your question?
Well, I ended just what was I going to say?
Iodine?
I bought a product that she actually put together, a mineral plant-based iodine.
Okay.
And I'm wondering if I can screw up my hormones if I take 1 to 3 drops. No?
No, it's not going to screw up your hormones. No, iodine will help your hormones a little bit. You're not going to screw anything up with iodine. The key is how much you're taking. So you got to look. It's very nice that it's plant-based, and that's all well and good. But what's the dose on it? It's very difficult to get good doses from plant-based minerals, nutrients. Typically, when they give you a single nutrient, even beyond tangerine, which is all your plant-based nutrients, is like a minimum wage of nutrition. It's like a basic. So I don't. It kind of depends on the dose. What are you taking? Do you know the milligrams or micrograms? Probably micrograms,
no,
I would guess.
I'm taking 3 drops in 6 ounces of water.
Without knowing the concentration, the drops don't really mean anything. Why don't you if you get a chance, why don't you look up the nutrition facts or call me when you have the bottle in front of you, and then I can ask you some questions. I'll be able to help you out a little bit better. I want to get one more call in. Thanks, Wendy. Take care. All right, Brian, you get the last word. What's up, buddy?
I recommend alpha GPC and phosphatidylserine to the previous caller. No, I appreciate you taking my call.
What's that? I want now. Now you got me all interested. You carnitine? Did you say or alpha?
No, I said alpha GPC and
alpha GPC. Yes, I know quite a bit about alpha GPC. And then what was the other thing you said?
Phosphatidylserine. Those are 2 staples to my diet. I would be on taking tangerine every morning.
Oh, that's good stuff. Go ahead.
I'm calling because. I don't mean to interrupt you, Ben, but I know we're at the end of the day. I wanted to get your thoughts on what is I've been hearing about pulmonary embolisms from people close to me. And
pulmonary embolism. A pulmonary embolism is basically when an artery in the lung gets a blood clot, and it's very, very serious stuff. I'm out of time. I can't really talk about it. But if you call back tomorrow, we can talk about pulmonary embolisms. It is a serious issue. It's life-threatening.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, good to talk to you, Brian. Thanks. All right, we're out of time, folks. Thanks for listening to The Bright Side. Check out our websites, brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, and criticalhealthnews.com for Youngevity products, and Truth Skin Health, or truthtreatments.com for our Truth Skin Health products. Truthtreatments.com. Have a wonderful, beautiful, awesome, spectacular day. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now.